So, I just got done rewatching Batman Mask of the Phantasm, and you guys might be asking, why am I reviewing this movie? It is such an older film, but I am a big fan of Batman, and this is my favorite Batman anime movie. Not only that, but my favorite Batman movie, period. And with a new Batman anime movie coming out in a couple weeks with Batman Nightfall, which is going to be a three-part trilogy, which I do want to cover, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a review of this movie because it actually means a lot to me. It's one of my favorite films, like I said, one of my favorite Batman films, and it's just, it's quite honestly the most perfect movie you can get for a character. It reminds me why I love the character of Batman so much. So let's go and get into it. So, if you guys are watching this review, you know the plot of this movie. Quick summary: new villain comes to town, names themselves the Phantasm, taking on mob bosses. Batman has to fight them, but also realizing there's this mystery going on with an old lover of his, and that's the film. It is a movie that is only like, what, an hour and 15, hour and 20, and it packs in so much emotional weight. So much just great moments, and so many things that are just perfect about it. Let's go into the film. So, first off, the flashbacks here. Not only with Batman actually first starting out, but how he gets to this point. And it's with Andrea Beaumont, which is his old lover of his. And she is actually very close to pulling him out of this life. He was pretty dead set on it. He goes on in his first night of patrol, and he's in this little just kind of he's wearing like a hoodie of some sort, and he is not doing well. He actually kind of does pretty bad on his first night as Batman. So he's like, well, do I really want to even keep doing this? And then he has this girlfriend of his with Andrea and her family, and there's a mystery with her, and it's really great, which eventually leads to him becoming Batman. And with this being a prequel or sequel kind of to Batman the Animated Series, it really gives that show a lot more emotional weight because we know what it took for him to become Batman, which is him losing what was at the time the love of his life. And I love the moment whenever he puts on the cowl for the first time and he looks at Alfred, and Alfred's reaction is just, "Dear God." And the Phantasm here, with spoilers, Andrea Beaumont, she is great as his character. It's a really big mystery throughout it, how she connects to another certain character, which is the Joker, and how the Joker connects to Batman, and it just it just really works as his crime thriller in parts, which is weird because it's completely animated and it's based off a TV show that was made for kids, but it really works here because they play it completely straight and they play it completely well because they don't just dumb it down for kids. And I actually really enjoyed that a lot here. They could have easily put this out, and they made other Batman animated movies that have dumbed it down for kids. This could easily have been one of them, but it really wasn't, and it really works. The Joker in this movie is just truly great. Like, Mark Hamill as his character is just great. He gives probably the best voice acting performance I've ever heard for the Joker. Same thing with Kevin Conroy as Batman, but Mark Hamill really gets his shine in this movie because he gets a lot to do, which he does in the animated show, but also sometimes not really. And so he's just truly great throughout this. And there he has a little like fun house place to where he's staying, and one of his mob bosses goes over there and he just screws around with him pretty much, and it's just a really great scene. And just how he connects to Andrea is really interesting and fascinating because it's like, oh, it's quite obvious when you put the little smile on his face, yeah, that's definitely him. But when it happens in the movie, everybody who I show this movie to is like, oh, wait, really? That's what we're doing here? Okay. And it's a really great moment, especially in this film. Yeah, it's just one of those movies that I can kind of never get tired of watching because it really does grab you by the throat. It just never really lets go. And the action here, of course, is great. The finale here is really good whenever Andrea reveals herself. And Batman's pure just shock with it all. And with the Joker just laughing with half of his teeth missing. It's just a truly iconic moment for the character. And yeah, no, this is just truly a movie that I'll never forget watching for the first time because I actually saw it like 5 years ago for the first time. I actually didn't grow up with this movie, but it really does hold up after multiple viewings. Phantasm design, especially, is great here. The score in this movie is amazing. It's crazy that this flopped when it came out because it's like, why? Why would this ever flop? It's one of the best. And it understands the character of Batman extremely well. Not only Batman, but the Joker and The crime saga stuff throughout the movie is great too, and the Phantasm whenever they come in there with all the smoke around them, and the voice is just so menacing and scary in parts. Yeah, I mean, I know I've been rambling throughout this review, but I truly love this movie, and it's kind of hard to put into words whenever I do love a movie this much. This and The Batman for me are tied for my favorite Batman movie ever made, and sometimes this wins, sometimes The Batman wins. Today, this movie wins, so I will give Batman Mask of the Phantasm a 10 out of 10.